Right. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you doing? Excellent. Democratization, by definition, as you know, it's the action of making something accessible to everyone. I remember my college days back in 2000 and 2001 when I was studying computer science and engineering. I was trying to get my first mobile. So I was negotiating with my father, Krishna, to buy me my first mobile. And due to my poor communication skills and convincing skills, I was not really able to get that first breakthrough, having to go to the cool look at the office, at the college. So fortunately, at the same time, there is Reliance Communication Group. They started a new venture into mobile communications. And they literally changed the way how mobile communication is used by a common person. They made mobiles accessible to every individual, literally everybody, including me. So that was a time when I had my first mobile at $8. So that was a time when I saw the first democratization suite benefit for myself. So democratization is all about making things accessible for everyone's benefit. Today, next 20 minutes will be very interesting as I get this opportunity to talk more about what we did at Amdocs as a RPA journey. I'm going to talk about how we scaled up RPA program, and we came up with some of the unique concepts like incubation lab, one automation catalog, and likewise, together with UiPath, how the internal community of 300 plus RPA citizen developers are thriving together and helping us to innovate, automate, and take automation program to the next level. When we started this RPA journey, of course, at Amdocs, it was not really like a magic wand that we had on the first day. So you really start with very, very challenging questions asked to ourselves. As you know, Amdocs is a telecommunication company providing softwares and services to media and communication partners and customers across 85 countries. So innovation and automation is really not new to us. By 2015, we already saw employees starting to use some of the new technologies to go next step into automation. And we had envisioned Automation 360 program, which will consolidate all these automation efforts and help us to take the next steps into automation area. So how we did it, let's have a look. Automation is a journey with cost benefits, and the side effects are called as cost avoidance. You can come up with nice quotes if you have a good espresso, right? So every organization has a unique thumbprint. They have different technological landscapes. They have different ways of working, different key stakeholders, and so on. So you have to first envision your automation ecosystem, how it will look like. And the ecosystem revolves around three key elements. First is learning. Second is experimenting. And third, the most important part, is networking. It talks about people. So the first thing is, once you visualize the automation ecosystem, you start with the first step. That's learning. So we started with basic awareness sessions. You use the simplest possible keywords while you're at learning phase. Remember, not all employees are coming from the same background. So you need to use as simple keywords as possible to connect to the people. The moment you start using words like robot or robotic, it already starts creating confusion and curiosity about the next steps across your employees. So you need to be as simple as possible. Second is about experimenting. So once you are done with the learning phase, you form a small group of people who are subject matter experts, who are into automation, and start doing these experiments. You start with quick wins and share the outcomes with your key stakeholders. Third one is about networking, and that's the most important part. It consists of your RPA enthusiasts. And at Amdocs Automation COE, we have more than 300 people who are part of this network, and it's growing day by day. So the success of your automation, it of course starts with how you build this ecosystem and how you leverage on these three elements: learning, experimenting, and networking. Networking also helps you to scale up, and I'll give you the simple formula, how it works. You have the RPA enthusiasts and RPA champions across different divisions. They will go to their divisions and come back with their own RPA use cases. Now, to serve to this increasing demand, you need to scale up. So the formula is very simple. If you want to scale up, you need to focus on democratization of RPA within your organization. So let's look at all these three elements very quickly. First is about learning. We started with basic RPA awareness sessions. That was done during our foundation year. That's the first year. What we did was we invited people across the locations, and we had awareness sessions, 4 RPA awareness sessions for more than 300 people. We used as simple terms as possible. So we also included the remote locations via Skype and other communication medias. Next one is about RPA days. RPA days, that's a unique concept that we built together with UiPath and RPA experts. It's a design thinking-led workshop. What we do into these RPA days is we gather a focus group of subject matter experts, service area owners, and process managers together, and we start with a very, very crazy ideation phase. By end of third hour, you're already talking about right candidates which will undergo your RPA implementation. And that's the beauty of RPA days. It's a very unique concept and very powerful input to undergo the RPA implementations later on. It builds a pipeline of right RPA use cases. Third and most successful experiment that we did together with UiPath is RPA incubation lab. The moment we started with enthusiast group, which is more than 300 people, this incubation lab is set up on an isolated island. It's kind of a self-help web portal, which is accessible for each individual in Amdocs. They can go to the portal, they can do experimentation, they can do new capabilities exploration, they can even do hackathons there, they can do innothons, which is a unique concept that we coined together. So that's the incubation lab. Accessible for everyone. It's open for everyone's usage. And there are more than 300 people. So to be exact, it's 323 employees who are using this RPA incubation lab. And it's even open for everyone. About the RPA hands-on workshops. Now, once you're done with the basic awareness sessions, there will be always focus group, the employees who would like to take the next steps and go for deep technical trainings. So total, we had 4 RPA hands-on workshops at major sites, and there are 150 certified people who took this training and take their next steps. And there is also a small group of RPA experts from my COE who are helping them to build those use cases. So they can build their use cases on their own. If they need any help, be it technical, be it mentoring, guiding, our team is there to help them. So it's the 150 people who have undergone this hands-on workshop. Next one is about experimenting, and it's very, very interesting. So during your ecosystem, you start with experimental phase as the second element. So here we have more than 300 enthusiasts, and we keep on growing this RPA interest group the way we do RPA days, and there are more and more interested people who join our interest group. And that's how it starts inflating. And we keep on welcoming them. So out of the interest group, you form a small group, do a quick win out of what are use cases that you collect, and go ahead in very, very agile mode. So once you're done, share the outcomes with your key stakeholders so that you have the trust. You have the confidence built across these stakeholders. And once you're done, just move ahead to the next use case. Now, UiPath, GTM, and our internet development really complements each other. There are quicker releases that are happening across UiPath, and we at Amdocs also come up with very next complex use cases day by day. So every now and then, we need a technological evolution, and that's possible once you have very quick releases coming from OEM. Third one is about networking. It all starts with you. You, as automation leader, need to leave the automation culture. It starts with you. So whatever information that you start getting, you need to start sharing that information with your interest group. So what we do is we use different communication channels. We have internal Yammer. We have distribution lists. We use various on-demand video channels. By the way, we have a dedicated RPA channel within Amdocs. It's like kind of a YouTube channel, but that's internally available at Amdocs. You always keep your automation champions available with information regarding what all use cases are done, what all systems have undergone automation, what all applications are being already connected to RPA system. Externally, you can also use UiPath Go, community, forums to get more and more information. And by the way, you also need to share your answers back to the community. It's not only one way. It has to be both ways. Leverage on ecosystem, that's what I was talking about. And fourth, very important topic is reusable library. As I said, we came up with a very unique concept called as One Automation Catalog. It holds all the information related to all use cases that's been done, all systems which undergone automation, all applications which are connected together, so that the next division, people from other divisions who would like to do automation, they really don't need to start from scratch. They can reuse these libraries. They get insights of what all automation has been already done and what all automation is already been running, up and running in production. So the beauty of sharing this information with everyone is you again start getting more and more inputs from different divisions. And that's how you grow and make automation accessible to everyone. Now, in very simple terms, I would like to put how we make this RPA accessible across the organization with 5 basic elements. You start with easy is effective. Not every individual is coming from the same background. I'm repeating myself. So, example is, when you say automation, what type of automation are we referring to? Is it IT process automation? Is it robotic process automation? What are the differences between these two? Second one is strong foundation. Remember, your first year is all about testing the waters, gaining the trust, and getting the confidence from your stakeholders. That's the year when there will be go or no-go decision. So you need to build this strong foundation, build the quick wins, share the outcomes with your stakeholders so that there is more confidence. Innovation, the most important part. You have to augment automation with innovation, because automation is one of the key strategic focus point in any organization, so does innovation. If you have augmentation of both these topics, you have a very strong backup for your automation program to head to your AI journey. For example, what we did this year, Innothon. Innothon is a unique term that we coined internally at Amdocs by my team. We invited UiPath there. So UiPath and my team we were sharing the stage and talking about the next generation capabilities like AI Fabric, conversation intelligence, and so on. We were sharing the use cases with each other. So this is a typical program that happens every year, and another outcome of this Innothon is to build a strong pipeline that takes us from RPA to RPA+. Fourth one is one RPA COE. The foundation of one RPA COE is to have a common steering, common governance across your RPA practice. The idea is to consolidate all the information, to consolidate all information and savings across all RPA use cases that are happening across the divisions. You have one automation value dashboard. At the end, it's all about how much savings automation is bringing to the organization. This one automation value dashboard is connecting and collecting information from all the RP use cases, be it IT process automation use cases or be it RP use cases. All the information is collected at one place. That's called as a one automation value dashboard. Fifth and most important is people, your automation champions. These are the people who will go extra mile apart from their daily lives, apart from their daily work. So you need to appreciate their efforts at right forum, at right time. Now, as we are towards the end of presentation, there are two key takeaways that I would like to share with you. First is, how will you bring these automation enthusiasts together? What type of internal channels that you will use within your organization to connect all these enthusiasts and RP interest group together? My suggestion would be, and that's a learning that we have from our RPA program, is you start with RPA days. You invite different people across the organization, like subject matter experts, be it technical experts, architects, process owners, business heads, to RPA days. Other one is you build some sort of reusable library, which is accessible to everyone. What we call that as one automation catalog. All information related to any sort of automation is available to everyone. Second one is, how will you enable this community of RPA enthusiasts internally so that the benefits that are coming from various divisions are helping your organization to see through the overall automation savings? The answer or the suggestion is you start with some kind of a Innothon type of reward programs. You start with appreciation days. So remember, democratization is all about making automation available and accessible to everyone. It's all about sharing the automation benefits with everyone. The moment we are successful with both these topics, your automation program is going to be successful. It's all about sharing with each other, sharing with everyone, and winning together. With this, I would like to conclude my presentation. Thank you so much.